Prevention Council and the Ad Council.
You're now back in the booth with Big Man and Jay Lee on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
All right, like I said before, the question is, who is your top 5 in the league right now? From 5 to 1, Jay Lee, who you got? Because a lot of people are talking about I'm going to say this right now before you go into it. A lot of people are dropping LeBron James, Kobe Bryant out of the top 5. I'm like,
that's asinine. That's asinine.
I'm like, come on, man. Come on. I understand that LeBron didn't show up. I understand that Kobe got swept. But let's be honest. If you're going to go right now, who's the best player in the league, you know, you got to have them up there. All right, so, Jay, who you got, man?
Coming in number 5, I got Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
I think that he does everything that Kevin Durant does, plus he's a little bit more physical. I think Durant is Carmelo Anthony is sort of the model of what Durant is going to end up being.
Okay.
4, I'm going Dirk. I mean, I know he had a great playoff run and all that, but at the end of the day, I still think he's just kind of a one-dimensional scorer.
Okay.
Which is not bad, because like I said, that one dimension that he has is all-time great.
Yes.
So there's nothing wrong with that. But I think he's 4. I'm not going to elevate him all of a sudden to the top of the class because he won 1 championship.
Right.
Coming in 3rd, I'm going to go to LeBron James.
Okay.
I just think he did a little too much facilitating for my taste. If you're that big, you're that strong, you're that fast, you're that athletic, I want to see you a little bit more dominant. I don't know if he has that in him, but at the end of the day, he still can play some basketball.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with him 3rd. I'll go Wade 2nd right now.
Okay.
And I'll go Kobe number 1.
All right. No problem with your list. Not a problem at all.
That's the list.
That's the list?
That is the list.
That is the list?
That's the official book list. The reason, and I know people are going to say Kobe's old, he's this, he's that, he got swept by Dirk. How can you put Dirk over him?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Kobe is still the most fundamentally sound player in the NBA. Him and Dirk Nowitzki. You watch those two guys play, the 2 most fundamentally sound players in the league. But at the same time, I just think Kobe still has that other level. He has that work ethic that he's going to come back and he's going to learn something new this offseason, and he's going to really add another trick to the bag, and I think the Lakers will bounce back. I saw Wade play in the finals. I saw Wade dominate the finals for long stretches when he had no help. He was a little bit more engaged. He's still a highly skilled, fundamentally sound ball player. I like the fundamentals. As you can tell, I keep hearkening back to that.
Fundamentals, yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's the list.
All right, here's my list. Number 5, I have Dirk. I know it's a surprise, people, but let's be honest, people. I really almost didn't put him in the list at all, and he was the final MVP.
I felt like I had to work him in there somehow. But
Dirk Nowitzki is in just because of the respect that he won Finals MVP. He got a championship this year, and we're talking about right now, this minute. You know, Dirk Nowitzki. I put him at number 5. I put Carmelo Anthony at number 4. And here's the thing, because that was a toss-up between him and Kevin Durant, because even though I think Kevin Durant is a great scorer, I just think Carmelo Anthony can do it in more ways. And then because the thing is, what people don't give Carmelo a lot of respect for, he plays in the post,
and that's what I say about Durant. And when I watch Durant play, he seems to be strictly a jump shooter to me. And if his jump shot's not falling, he's screwed. He doesn't go down on the block. He's not going to post you up. So that's why I didn't put Durant on my list.
And I'm going to be honest, Carmelo Anthony had probably one of the best games I've ever seen
in the playoffs.
Carmelo in an L. That was when I was like, this dude is dialed.
He got extremely devalued
when he got traded.
Before he got traded, people were making it like Carmelo Anthony wasn't that great of a basketball player all of a sudden, and I don't know where that came from.
Look,
like I said, when people want to change teams, it seems like they get vilified, regardless of how they handle it.
When New York finally gets rid of D'Antoni, I think Carmelo is going to be something else. That's just my prediction right there. Number 3, I have LeBron James. Number 3, I have LeBron James, and the only reason he's number 3 is because of this burnout I saw in the finals. Even if they had lost. And LeBron put up a fight, you know what I'm saying? If he put up even something close to what his normal numbers would be, because he was normal, his assists and his rebounds were at the regular area, but you were down 9 points.
You needed more than 17 points.
I needed about 25. If you didn't give me 25 points, and if you played well down the stretch, he probably be my number 1 guy.
Well, the legacy's on the line.
Obviously, seeming that's what the case is right now. Number 2, I have Kobe.
Okay.
At number 2, I have Kobe, and it's because of the age thing, the injuries. Kobe, of course, like I said, Kobe is one of the most efficient scorers in the league. He doesn't need his athletic ability anymore. He can fadeaways, up and unders. The man.
What's that called? Fundamentals.
Fundamentals, right. So he's one of the most, like you said, fundamentally sound players in the league. But I'm going to go with Mr. Dwayne Wade. And only because during the whole season, it was almost like Dwayne Wade was the second fiddle on the team.
And I think Wade was doing that out of I don't want to say out of respect to LeBron, but out of respect for his boy.
And you said, what did you say? That people do that.
Like,
players do that
when you play ball. That happens. Like if you're on the court and you're saying, "Okay, I'm getting mine. Hey, go ahead, get yours." Go ahead. Your show, play your game.
Right.
You know, that happens in basketball.
When I watched Dwayne Wade play in the regular season, I'm just like, I was like, it looked like he was holding back. It looked like he was holding back, and LeBron James kind of just had the free range to do whatever the heck he wanted to do.
That's being a good wingman. That's called taking one for the team.
Right.
That's called being with the Duff.
And even in the playoffs, first round, second round, Wade was just chilling.
Yeah.
All of a sudden in the finals, he saw LeBron wasn't acting right. The team needed him, and that's exactly what he did.
You know what that
even
was?
gotten in LeBron's face. You know what I'm saying? By not playing well.
And I think when he got in LeBron's face, that crushed LeBron. That crushed him. That hurt him. It was almost like Wade was sitting there, and he's like, "All right, man, I'm gonna take one for the team. You get the pretty girl. I'm gonna take the fat chick." And he saw LeBron fumbling away the pretty girl, so he says, "Enough with the fat chick. Let me step in and let me close the deal. Let me show you how it's done." And then when he came at LeBron and you saw him visibly go after LeBron, that shook LeBron, man, because LeBron is soft. Like people call Dirk soft, but LeBron he's mentally weak. He really is. And you saw it against Boston last year. You saw it against Orlando the year before. Like if you stand up to him and you just kind of challenge him, he will back down. He's got that. He's a big guy and he's strong and he can jump and he's a physical specimen, but he can be punked.
He can be punked.
Jason Terry punked him this year.
Yeah, he did.
Sean Stevenson punked him.
Yeah, he did.
Year. Boston punked him last year.
Yeah, yep.
Turkoglu punked him the year before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can punk out LeBron James,
right? But that's why I put Dwayne Wade at number 1. And the thing is, I never really saw myself. I kept on hearing people say, Dwayne Wade might be the best player in the league. I'm like, I don't know, because he's always injured or something like that. But when you watch him play, when it is time to get buckets, when it's time to play the game,
he's gonna make a play.
It's him and Kobe, man.
He's gonna make a play.
It's him and Kobe, and I think until I see LeBron next year, I think there's a little bit of space between Dwayne Wade, Kobe, and then there's a little space between them and LeBron.
I'll tell you the main difference, and I'll tell you why it's easy for me to accept the fact that you're putting Wade above Kobe. Is because Wade has a Kobe-like game, and he still has the athleticism. Right. Like you can see Wade can go to the basket and explode time after time after time. He can do it all game, back-to-back games.
Kobe had that. Remember, he had that one time.
Kobe loaded up on Okafor and jammed. That was it. That was it. The hydraulic pumps were done. You had to get them re-lubed up. So you can't get those bursts of athleticism that you can get from Wade on a play-in and play-out basis. You can't get those from Kobe anymore.
Nope.
But you can still get the fundamental game from Wade that you can get from Kobe on a 99 basis. So I can see how you put Wade number 1.
And the thing is, and I have to say this about you.
What's that? I hate Wade. I don't like Wade. I don't like him. I think he's a crybaby as well. But at the same time, you got what they say. You got to respect. If you don't respect nothing else, you will respect this hustle. Notable omissions from the list: Dwight Howard, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
The league MVP Derrick Rose is not on our list.
Yes.
I'll tell you what took Derrick Rose off the list for me: watching LeBron James systematically take him apart and destroy him in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Which I think that he shouldn't have been able to do that. I honestly thought, I'm like, you can take LeBron off the dribble.
And
Derrick Rose single-handedly made LeBron James the greatest defender of all time.
He did.
The way that they were talking about it, I'm like,
he did.
LeBron James is not that great of an on-ball defender.
And I think
it just is. He plays the gaps and he can run people down and block their shots. He's not the greatest on-ball defender.
What I learned,
it was just like, okay, he stopped Derrick Rose. No, Derrick Rose did not attack him.
That series did two things. It showed me that LeBron James is the best player in the NBA before he went up against Dallas.
Exactly.
Because after I saw that, I was like, man, LeBron is the best player in the league. Watching him play on both ends of the floor. 2, it made me say, wow, Derrick Rose, you're really not as great as I thought you were.
Okay.
You're not a great ball handler. You make poor decisions. And going back to your days at Memphis,
You seeing the pattern?
I'm seeing a pattern of behavior to where you're not clutch. I've seen you miss free throws too many times with games on the line. I saw him miss a free throw against Miami. I saw him miss a free throw against, Jesus Christ, what team did Chalmers play for in college? Kansas in the national title game. I saw him give up that big 3 to Chalmers. I'm starting to see a pattern with Derrick Rose that I'm not feeling comfortable with. And I know people say he's young and he's this and he's that, but he's got some things he needs to work on. He's not that great of a ball handler right now.
No, and that's what surprised me.
And he's not a good decision maker. He's fast and he's athletic and he's like LeBron light right now.
Exactly. Well, that's what a lot of people say.
But with a little more drive and determination. It seems like.
I think Derrick will be all right because when Derrick first got in the league, you didn't want him on the Bulls. You wanted you wanted OJ Mayo over him.
I was an OJ Mayo.
Yeah, you were an OJ Mayo guy. Every year he's done something to improve his game before. I think if he continues the way he's going, he'll be all right.
No, I think he'll be fine. But
in the heat of the moment after we lost, you hated him.
But the thing is, I still don't. Just because we were up at 10 points, and you just kind of saw Derrick Rose, and you watched Derrick Rose, and you could just see that the pressure really got to him, and he made plays. He made simple plays a lot more difficult than they need to be, and he just made bad decisions.